the Buckeyes, and tough duty against a guy like Evan Wick. Evan Wick, nice little single leg shot that he has to his right side. He's always been really tough in the top position.
Exactly. He's got that length. He puts you in Alcatraz when he's in that top position. You are going nowhere anytime soon.
You've seen a little less of it so far this year. You know, guys get scouted out. They know they're going to go against a guy that has incredible length like that. You know, now, we're waiting for our refs.
Tell you what, the ice cream is pretty good here in the field house. That's my guess.
You could get lost in this place with all the remodel that they've done. You don't know where you are. And these guys could be locked out of here in this catacomb that they have at the remodeled field house.
I've been here many times. Used to do PA and made many trips here from the mat up to the wrestling room, and I got lost then, and you and I got
lost
spun
today.
around today.
Well, I got lost following you. You thought I figured a Wisconsin guy would know where he's going.
We almost ended up on the football field. We were close on the W at the 50-yard line.
I've never seen this before.
Exactly.
Well, I've seen where officials have missed their plane, and a couple of high school coaches ended up officiating the Iowa State meet. Don Miller from Fort Dodge and Bob Siddons from West Waterloo, actually Dan Gable's high school coach. Those two guys went out there and officiated the match, did a fine job. So, but I've never seen anything like this.
Smile there from Chris Bono. 4 of the top 5 guys in the country hail from the Big Ten. Vincenzo Joseph of Penn State, 2-time national champion. The reigning Big Ten champion, the Bull, Alex Marinelli. Evan Wick comes in ranked 4th. He had a nice win against Isaiah White. He's been White's kryptonite a little bit. Beat him once again last Sunday. And there you see Ethan Smith ranked 12th. I expect these refs to get a big round of applause, maybe a standing ovation.
Yeah. You know what? It's probably as good a time as any to say this, okay, but a football official makes about $3,900 a year, or a game, and these guys make about 1/8 of that, maybe 1/10 of that. I don't want to give them too much of a hard time. They do a great job for us.
Ethan Smith, golden opportunity early here in this match. He corrals both legs and he leads Wick 2-0.
Good start by Smith.
And the clock is not running, and they'll stop the action. Little bit of a rough start here to the second half. Out of sorts a little bit.
Yeah, we're good though.
Hey, you got to fight through it, Jim, right?
Yeah.
I mean, get through the head, hands defense, get to the legs.
Yeah.
Figure it out.
Airtight finish.
Ethan Smith, one of 5 black shirts in this Ohio State lineup. Again, that black shirt, pretty cool deal there at Ohio State. Only guys that can wear black are chosen. Lifestyle on the mat, off the mat. Commitments and
over the years, I think Tom Ryan has had a lot of award type of designations for, you know, being on the Ohio State-Michigan rivalry. They do a special thing for that particular dual meet. I think they're still doing that, but kind of innovative in the way he tried to recognize everybody in the program.
Ethan Smith's coming out party was in this duel last year in Columbus. He beat Ryan Christensen of the Badgers, ranked right around 10th. That was a big win in that duel, helped vault Ohio State to the victory. And then he had a nice win against Johnny Sebastian, then of Northwestern, now wrestling 184 for Wisconsin. In the duel against Virginia Tech, he beat David McFadden 5-4.
And this kind of hurts the underdog here in this situation. Goes out there and collects the first takedown and gets a little riding time here with the effort. And now all of a sudden you got a chance to get your faculties together. I remember when I was coaching, assistant coach at Iowa State, and we had a guy who was a rough guy, and so proud of him. He had 20 losses on the year. Was in the national tournament. Gets in the national finals against Marty Kistler, and so he throws him right into the Dactonic scoreboard. He's up like 4-3. And we had to wait about 7 or 8 minutes, you know, and then Marty got his act together and ended up winning the match. But our guy ended up getting third, and one of the most proud achievements we had as a coaching staff was watching him finish third, David Ewing.
I mean, these guys were out there a total of probably 3-4 minutes between waiting for the officials and them getting the clock figured out. Good return there from Smith.
Yeah, nice job of keeping that 2-on-1. Against a guy like this, you want to collect that riding time, and so you know, if you can get over a minute in this situation, you may not have to go down against Wick.
Yeah, everything changes on the strategy of a match depending on how things play out. And Wick committed in that top position.
Good job of Smith coming out high, works for that. You can see he's looking for that cradle right there, but he had his butt a little further out, and he was kind of half net. And this is the shot that Wick has been getting to really all season there, that low ankle level shot on the left leg of the opponent. He's got that long reach chain where he's able to get to the far ankle pretty quickly.
And now Wick will go to work on top. An escape and a takedown put him out in front 3-2. And this is where he is so good with that length, looking for a cradle.
He's got the leg locked in. He's going to see how he changed that leg lock up. He's going to go to the figure 4 right there. With that length that he's able to go ahead and try to get a little bit higher up on the thigh with that lock. Doesn't quite have the upper body tie that he'd like to have. I'm a big believer you stay with trying to turn the hips in this position. Really putting a lot of pressure on the man's lower back, and we'll see if he just tries to roll through with this, right? Yep, does with the wrist lock there. Now he loads up the hips nicely.
They scramble out of bounds, no near fall.
Yeah, that was close.
Chris Bono can't believe it. Sits down in disgust. 1:02 in this first period.
Short sit, high head turn. Sit. Short sit.
Oh, good job. You see how he switched over, he changed sides, and then left a pretty big pocket on the right-hand side to go ahead and put that leg in.
Yes, other way, other way.
Good job working that far ankle. And again,
breaks that wrist back.
Well, here's what you like to see. You like to see a little bit more arch in the back of Evan Wick. See how he's spreading him out? A little bit more arch in the back. You don't want to be draped over on him so much. You want to put that pressure on, arch in the back, but now he's going hard with that 2-on-1. I look for him to go back to that same tilt. So he's trying to push the elbow in, get him on the point of his left shoulder.
Now Wick working that riding time up. As he slides a leg in, it's over a minute. Late in this first period, 5 seconds. Smith with a takedown, but Wick answers with an escape and a takedown of his own.
Yeah, we'll take a look on the replay here of the, we got it, the restart right there. See, it switches to one side. That leaves a big pocket for that left leg to come in. So comes over to one side, and then while he's adjusting on that, it left a big gap between the right elbow and the right thigh. And once again, we have a clock problem. Clock's just not starting.
After this, Ohio State will head to Illinois. The Badgers next will take the mat on January 31st at Indiana. So they'll have some time to train.
Yeah, exactly. Look for Evan Wick to attack that lead leg, and he's the left-hand lead right there. Nice job of whipping out of that there by Smith. Now he attacks the other side. Don't really see this very often here with him. Notice how he spreads him out right there. Does a great job of taking the scoop and pulling it back a little bit, forcing Smith to his rear.
Now 5-2, the second takedown for Wick. And this is exactly where he wants to be, punishing in the top position.
You know, but it's one of those things, Shane, where everybody knows that he's good in the top position, and they've been able to kind of maybe camp out a little bit more in the early part of the year. I mean, this is a guy that put up multiple points. He puts that leg in from the top position in his freshman year, and also did a great job of scrambling and cutting the corner, locking up cradles. When you get known for that, you get a lot of guys that will, you know, don't give you much to work with, and that's where Smith is right now.
Has an arm bar in on that left side.
See, I was just holding on to the right hand of let it go.
Now Smith.
Nice job of catching that leg. He's got to come back into it. Saw that earlier.
Riding time at 2:20.
Scooped up the leg, put that right leg in again. That's where he likes to live, and he likes to attack the far. Yeah, but it's more of a cross body. You know what I'm saying is that there's a not putting the type of pressure. So I think he's looking to capture the wrist and go to the tilt from here. But I really think that he could go ahead and continue with that leg lock right there and try to turn the hips. Yeah, let's take a look at that takedown here. Watch him scoop the leg and take it back, all right? And notice with his length there, he's able to draw it back, but he didn't drive into it as much as he scooped it back and spread his opponent out. And Smith went right to his rear, and it was easier to take the capture the far ankle that way. A man that really uses his length to his advantage.
Wick works to his feet. Starting third period on bottom and escapes. Tally for the Badger makes it 6-2 and right back in with an attack.
Yeah, we're definitely hunting for a major here.
Exactly.
Wisconsin trying to get back into this. Smith has really good reactions when you shoot to his lead leg, that left leg.
He's got the riding time point locked up, does Wick, so 7-2.
Takedowns. Right there, he's forcing it. Good job of Smith, basically circling out of that.
Wick was fourth, Jim, at Senior Nationals. He'll be wrestling at the Olympic trials at State College in early April.
You fake, yes, you fake. Yes, you keep faking.
Hard 1 minute.
Inside of a minute.
Hard.
Both guys working each other's head.
See how he baited him on that, let him feel like he'd get to that. Good reactions there by Wick, almost was able to score. Again, not able to really add points right there in this situation, trying to get the major for the team. Just straight on shot right there.
No angle from Wick. Smith trying to beat that shoulder, get a takedown of his own.
Should look for, in this situation, you know, just fake, you know. Very nice little touch and go. Might be able to get the takedown, but he needs two of them.
Good work there from Smith.
I'll tell you what, these Buckeyes have not been on any match at any point in time. They've been battling all the way. Good job by Smith on that last takedown. Of course, Wick was going after it, trying to get the major for the team, provided a situation for good action.
With the riding time point, 7-4 for Evan Wick, the two-time All-American. Now 18-2 in this his redshirt junior campaign. So the Badgers now pull it within one. 11-10 the team score.